How's it going, YouTube? It's Ian here from Northwest Badminton Tennis ProRacket.net. Today is a very good day for me because finally Arcsaber 11 Pro is coming out from Yonex. So I received a demo racket from our sales rep yesterday, and then I can't wait and open it up and see the actual racket, which looks like this. So first of all, I believe most of you guys already saw pictures online, either on their websites or whatever website you go to, but I can tell you right away, those pictures online doesn't do it justice. So when I first saw a picture online that a friend of mine sent it to me in Asia, I was like, why is their racket getting so ugly? Have you guys seen the new NanoFlare 700? We'll get to that later on, but it's very ugly, in my personal opinion. So when I saw the Arcsaber 11 Pro, I was like, man, it looks so nice in person, and it comes with a complete matte finish, and it reminds me of a Li-Ning racket, a Li-Ning N9 racket that was I would say in 2015 or 2016. And same with this one. Arcsaber 11 Pro has probably one of the nicest design in, I would say, in the past 2 years of Yonex production, just my personal opinion. So yes, love the color a lot. Now talking about Arcsaber series, Arcsaber series has a history of almost 15 years. A lot of people have been using them. One of the most famous guy will be TAUFIK HIDAYAT from Indonesia, and of course Peter GADE, who uses the Arcsaber 10 as well. And even now, if you take a look at last year or before Go Vishen was retired, he was using Arcsaber 11 as well. A lot of players, they just love the Arcsaber series because of how balanced it is and how shock absorbance it is. So that's why it has been very successful in the past 15 years. So it's about time for them to do either a facelift or redesign. So we got both of them. So it's a facelift plus a redesign. So let's get into a little bit of details of what they changed. So the new Arcsaber 11 Pro, first of all, has a new color scheme, of course. The second is they changed the way they make rackets. Right now, they are kind of thinking into how to make the best control and the best precision racket that they can, which I think they did a very good job this time. So they make the frame top and bottom stiff, the middle part soft. So what that does is, first of all, the middle is where the sweet spot is. So that means when you hit, there's more shuttle hold, and it allows the middle to kind of react a lot more, to give you a lot more precision, a lot more accuracy when you hit. And also, because of the top and bottom is stiffer, it gets rid of the discomfort of mishitting impacts, and then just some reduce of the twist when you just mishit the center shot. So that's the best improvement that they did based on the frame design. Now talking about some new technology that imply into this new model, the first thing I would like to mention is T-anchor material. So T-anchor is used in the T-joint. So right here, which you don't see it, it's inside. The T-anchor material, it can reduce excess torque from off-center shots. So sometimes we don't always hit the sweet spot. Sometimes we have some off-center shots. So when you hit off-center shot, the racket kind of tumbles a little bit, gives you a little bit more vibration. The T-anchor, they claim that it takes away the uncomfortability when you mishit the shot. Another one is called the pocketing booster. So the pocketing booster is the material they added into the racket. So what that is, it's on the top actually. So in the frame, on the top frame, the pocketing booster is more like a rubber kind of like material, and it gives more elasticity to the frame flex to help it flex a lot more when you hit, and just to feel a little bit more comfortable. It's kind of like the old Arcsaber 11, they have the foam inside and take away the shock for you. But that kind of worries me because when you have some rubber-like material inside the racket, it makes the frame a little bit more undurable. It's a little bit easier to break. But we will find out soon once this racket go on sale, when a lot of people play with them, and then we'll have a more precise data of how durable this racket is. Now, last but not least will be control assist bumper. Now, recently Yonex has been using blah 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 bumper, blah 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 bumper a lot. So for example, like the Astrax 99 Pro, it's called the power assist bumper. This one is called the control assist bumper. Now, in my personal opinion, this bumper looks very similar, but the power assist bumper has more extensive bumps on top. As for this one, just slightly. And also the control assist bumper has a different theory behind it. So the power assist bumper and the way they designed the Astrox series is to increase more string movement. So more string movement gives you more power. As for these, it's designed to hold the string. So it has micro-sized tetrapods inside the bumper. So it locks in the vertical string, prevents it from moving unwantedly, so that you will have a better control, a better precision when you hit, because the string is not wobbling around. But of course, will you lose some power? I mean, we will have to find out when we go play on court. Now, last but not least, I would like to say there is a big change on the frame as well. So if we take a look on side of the frame, so the top and the bottom, both of the grommets, it's caved in. So when it's caved in, means the frame is kind of caved in. Now in the middle, which is the more flexible part, it's out from the caved in part. So it allows the middle part to flex a little bit more. Now, does it work that well? To be honest, I'm not very sure, but it definitely looks very different from the previous Arcsaber 11. And then also come with a come with the Energy Boost Plus cap. Is the cap that they have been using since 100ZZ, and then they apply on the new Arcsaber 11 Pro as well. So I can't wait to go down to Seattle Badminton Club and try this racket out, and I'll give you a detailed, honest opinion of how I feel about this racket. And me personally, I already pre-ordered one for myself because I've been waiting for Arcsaber 11 to redesign for such a long time. So I can't wait, and then I will show you guys and I will tell you guys how I feel after I play it. Let's go.
We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up all our friends, fill up the car till it bends because we wanna. Yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up, have the time of our lives. The night is young, don't need anybody else. We came to party all night long, and we don't need no chaperone. We don't need nobody's attention, yeah, we just wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone.
So after shooting the video at Seattle Badminton Club, I actually had this racket in my bag for another 2 or 3 weeks so that I can kind of experience how it feels like, you know, in general game setting and stuff. So here it is, Arcsaber 11 Pro. It's a very, very solid build racket. When I hit the sweet spot, you can feel it's very, very strong, very, very solid. And the sound is really nice, it's very loud. So I love it because I strung it at 28 pounds with Aero Bite. One thing I want to note though, is try to experiment a little bit. So for me, I string around like 27, 28. Me personally, after testing this out, I would prefer going probably 1 or 2 pounds lower because of the control assist bumper. Allow me to explain. The control assist bumper holds the string really tight, now tighter than I thought it would have. When the string is held really tight, and when you string at a high tension, it barely moves. So that means it's very unforgiving when you have any miss-center shots. So try to lower your tension a little bit when you buy this racket. Now, second thing is the swing speed. So when I used the 11 Pro, I was able to swing much faster than all my rackets in my bag, including my Redson SG. So I love how fast this racket is and how, I would say, just how solid and how the sound produced from this racket. Last but not least will be the shaft. Now, shaft is a little bit more controversy. There's 2 sides to it. So first thing is, when I swing hard, the shaft is very fast. The new design shaft is much slimmer and much harder and stiffer as well. So when you swing fast, when you swing well, this racket responds very quick. So the shaft, you can feel the violence of the shaft rebounding back and help you push the ball out, especially on the mid-court drives and the front court smashes, or the mid-court smashes as well. Now, if you have a slower swing speed or a moderate swing speed, like most of the club players or a little bit older, I would say probably the Arcsaber 11 Pro, you might suffer and might lose a little bit more ball speed because you won't be able to bend that shaft out. Now, how stiff is this? I would say it's probably as stiff as the Astrax 100ZZ. So Astrax 100ZZ might be even easier to use because it's slightly head heavier. So when the racket is head heavy, it helps you bend the shaft when you swing as well. Now for these are even balance rackets. So you got to use all your body strength, all your techniques, all your wrists to get that shaft bent. That's how you get the power. So something for you to put a note there if you are buying this Arcsaber 11 Pro. So of course I compare with the original Arcsaber 11. So I have Arcsaber 11 right here, and this is a 4U version. So don't ask me where this came from, but this was a special order back then. So this 4U version comparing with the 4U version of the Arcsaber 11 Pro, here's what I found. The Arcsaber 11 is much softer based on the insert and the build of the frame. So when you have any missed hit shots or missed center shots, you do not lose a lot of ball speed. For the new Pro, yes you do, and trust me, yes you do. The second thing, like I said, is the shaft stiffness. So the 11 was noted as a stiff flex, but when you actually play with it, it's actually very, very flexible. So when you swing, you can feel the shaft bends with your swing as well, and it hits and maneuver the court very easily. Unlike the 11 Pro, you might need to add in a little bit more body turn. So I would say probably 11 Pro is aiming for people who are more advanced, who has better techniques, who can use their body turn and allow their weight shift a little bit easier to get on this racket. Otherwise, the Arcsaber 11 probably will be a better fit. Now, we also tested out on our precision scan machine. So it tested that the new 11 Pro, it's much lighter. The balance point is more towards the handle. So when the balance point is more towards the handle, it's a lot head lighter compared to the original Arcsaber 11. And I think that's the reason why I was allowed to swing faster in general. What do you think about these two rackets? Which one looks better? And which one do you think it will fit your game the most? And just leave the comments down below. We can have a conversation down there and let's see, who think is the winner. And do you think the new one is worth buying, or should you just go and stick with the original Arcsaber 11? Now, when you are pre-ordering the new Arcsaber 11 Pro, remember go to proracket.net and place your pre-order, and you will get your racket as soon as the racket comes out. Now, when you pre-order, you might want to consider which version you go for, 4U or 3U. Now, I would say 3U is for hard hitters. So if you prefer to swing harder, if you like your smash, your drive to be harder, go for the 3U version. And I believe the 3U version will have a better stability as well when you hit the ball out. Usually, in general, 3U version has more stability anyway. Now, if you want to go for something that's faster swing speed, and then easier to maneuver on court, change angles on defense, I will say go for the 4U version. Now for me, I will go for the 3U version for sure, because this 4U, it's slightly too light, and then sometimes, like I said, the stability, when I hit, it goes out of control, the ball is just too high, the flight is just too inconsistent. So go for the 3U version if you are someone like me. Of course, if you like our video, subscribe to our channel, follow our Instagram page, Facebook page, and of course, any question, email us or just send us a DM. We will get back to you and answer all your questions out there. And remember to pre-order this racket, go to proracket.net, and of course, if you want to buy the original Arcsaber 11, which are phasing out, go to proracket.net as well. This is Ian from Northwest Badminton and Tennis, proracket.net. I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.